Good evening, NBA fans. Welcome back to another edition of Ibetcha, Salute the Capper NBA Prop Betting Show, where we break down the hottest matchups, hottest prop bets, and key trends you need to know. And tonight, it's all about the NBA Cup Final, as the Milwaukee Bucks face off against the Oklahoma City Thunder live from Las Vegas. That's right, folks, a showdown in Sin City. The Bucks, led by MVP Giannis Antetokounmpo and the sharpshooting Damian Lillard, take on the up-and-coming Thunder, with the dynamic Shai Gilgeous-Alexander leading the charge. We've got a lot to talk about tonight, from player matchups to prop bets to the key betting trends. So buckle up. It's time to get in the game. First, we got key player matchup between Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Damian Lillard. Let's start with the headline matchup tonight. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander versus Damian Lillard. This is going to be a fun one, as we got two of the best point guards going head-to-head, both with their own unique style of play. Shai is a slasher, a dynamic scorer with the ability to get to the rim, and his mid-range game is lethal. He's also a solid playmaker, averaging nearly 6 assists a game this season, and defensively, he can be a disruptive force. Shai's ability to get to the free throw line could be a huge key for the Thunder tonight, especially if the Bucks try to pressure him with their defense. But he's going to have to go toe-to-toe with Mr. Playoff, Mr. Clutch himself, Damian Lillard. Lillard has been on fire this season since joining the Bucks, providing the perfect complement to Giannis with his deep range and clutch shooting. Dame has been hitting the deep three, averaging 30 points per game this year. His leadership and experience in big games make him a dangerous threat on the court tonight. Expect this to be a high-scoring duel between these two. As for the prop bets, I'm eyeing Shai for points, but we'll get into that later. Giannis Antetokounmpo prop bets. Now let's talk Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Greek freak. Giannis is coming off a monster performance in the semifinals. He's going to be a key factor in this game. He's been averaging 28 points, 12 rebounds, and 5 assists this season. The Thunder don't have anyone who can physically match up with him, especially in the paint. So definitely look for Giannis to dominate. Giannis props tonight are interesting. The over for his points is set at 28.5. I would fade Giannis tonight on the points, but we'll get into that later. I'd lean towards the over on the rebounds, though, as the Thunder struggle to rebound outside of Hartenstein. Giannis over 10-plus rebounds is good money. Jalen Williams and Chris Middleton prop bets. Moving on to the supporting cast, Jalen Williams and Chris Middleton are both players to keep an eye on tonight. Jalen Williams has been making waves this season, contributing in multiple facets. He's averaging 16 points and 5 rebounds per game and has been a solid defender. His length and versatility will be crucial for Oklahoma City tonight, as they'll need him to help out defensively against Giannis from time to time. His prop total tonight is set at 15-plus points, given that he's been getting consistent minutes and he's been hitting this number consistently all season. I'm definitely taking the over on that, 15-plus points. As for Chris Middleton, he's been a little bit inconsistent since returning from his injury. His shooting will be key in spacing the floor for the Bucks and keeping the pressure on the Thunder's defense. Middleton's prop tonight is set at 2.5 made threes. I'm going with the over on assists here at 4-plus points for plus money because Middleton has been struggling with his shot since returning. He's only played around 3 or 4 games. He hasn't hit 15-plus points in any of those games, but he's been hitting his assist props at 2 and 3 per night. So I'm inviting you guys to look at Middleton for 4-plus assists for plus money. Hopefully it's still plus money, wherever you bet. Spread betting trends for both teams. Let's take a look at the against the bet spread trends for both teams this season. The Milwaukee Bucks have been dominant with a 10-4 record against the spread in their last 14 games. That includes a 5-1 ATS record on the road, so the Bucks have shown they can perform under pressure, especially on neutral courts like Las Vegas. On the other hand, the Oklahoma City Thunder have been more than impressive. They've been dominant with a 9-6 record in their last 15 games, but when you look at the bigger picture, the Thunder are just 1-4 ATS in their last 5 games against teams with a winning record. So while OKC has been good at covering in general, they've had a tougher time when facing elite teams like the Bucks. Final outcome, Now let's get to the final prediction. The Thunder come into the game as the favorites, and for good reason. They've been dominant all season, and with Shea playing at an MVP level and Jalen Williams providing that spark from the outside, and he's going to be an all-star this year. You can book that as well. The Thunder have the talent to keep it close, do better than keep it close, and beat the brakes off the Milwaukee Bucks tonight in Vegas. You can book it. If you can get a 4.5 anywhere, scoop that up. Other than that, if it's 5 and above, I'd be wary, and I would possibly lean the Bucks, possibly. But I'm confident in the Thunder. I think it's their year this year. Shea's playing at an unbelievable level, and Jalen Williams is that next star. And I think in tonight's game, he's going to show everybody that he has arrived tonight. So give me give me the Thunder on the money line. Key prop bets recap. Before we wrap it up, let's go over some key prop bets for tonight. Giannis over 20 plus points. I like him to feast in the paint, but not at the number of 28.5 that is currently sitting at everywhere online right now. So I would fade Giannis on the points and get him for 20 plus points. Jalen Williams over 15 plus points tonight. He's been consistent. He's been hitting the number. He's made me a lot of money this season so far with Jalen Williams over 15 plus points. And the Thunder will need him to step up tonight. So if the Thunder want to win, and I expect them to win, Jalen Williams will definitely be a part of that, and he will definitely have more than 15 plus points. Chris Middleton, over 2.5 made threes. Now, this is not a bad prop, as Chris Middleton is a great shooter, and he hasn't got a shot back. So I can see why bookmakers are putting that up there. And you can probably get that at plus money. But right now, I invite you guys to look at Chris Middleton's assist line. In the last 3 games since his return, he's hit his assist line every single game. It's been set at 2, but I expect him to struggle with the Oklahoma City perimeter defense, and I expect him to delegate and just pass the ball. I think that's what his game's going to be tonight. I think tonight is his game's going to be Chris Middleton. Hey, if I miss 2 or 3, I'm going to start doming off and looking for my teammates. So I'm going to take Chris Middleton plus 4.5 assists, and hopefully it's still there for plus money. And now, the man, the myth, the legend, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who I predict will be the NBA Cup MVP. If you can get that anywhere still, book it. But if the Thunder are going to win tonight, Shai is definitely going to be the most important player on the floor. And I'm really confident that he's going to bring it home, especially for the Canadian boys. So I'm going to fade Shai, though, in his points prop right now. I don't even need to look at it. I already know it's somewhere around the 30, 31 point per game mark. I'm fading that. I want a comfortable victory tonight. So if you want a comfortable victory and you're not stressing, you're not sweating and all that kind of other nastiness, I'd pick comfortably Shai, 20 plus points. He's been on fire, and the Thunder will definitely have to lean on him if they want that cup championship tonight. So I'll repeat again. Bet Shai Gilgeous-Alexander at 20 plus points if you just want a relaxful watching experience. So that's all we have for tonight's NBA Cup Final preview, folks. Wherever you're betting on the props, the spread, or just watching for the excitement,